What you're doing today is just as important as it was for the first unit to leave here.
War and military deployments are periods of intense uncertainty and emotion, especially for the families of soldiers. These farewells are full of love, fear, and hope, including the personal sacrifices that soldiers and their families make. In this video, we'll see 5 times soldiers had to say goodbye to their loved ones, each capturing the essence of the deep emotional ties and the pain of separation. Before that, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates. Let's begin. In the midst of a brutal conflict, a Ukrainian soldier had to face one of the most challenging moments of his life, saying goodbye to his family, including his infant son. The war had torn their lives apart, forcing his family to flee to another country in search of safety. As the soldier bid farewell, his baby son, too young to understand the gravity of the situation, sobbed uncontrollably. The child's tears mirrored the father's unspoken fears and sorrow as he tried to comfort his son, knowing that he might never see him again. This moment, where a father's duty to protect his country stood in stark contrast to his primal instinct to protect his child, is a haunting reminder of the personal costs of war. Deployment is a word that carries a heavy burden for military families, especially for spouses who must endure long months of separation. One such instance involved a Marine who was about to leave for a deployment overseas. His wife, Samantha, struggled to hold back her tears as she said an emotional, "I'll see you later," to her husband. The phrase, though hopeful, carried the weight of uncertainty, as they both knew that the risks of his mission were real. The hug they shared was more than just a physical embrace. It was a desperate attempt to hold on to each other for as long as possible, to capture the warmth and love that would have to last through the cold months of separation. This moment captured the unspoken fears and the silent prayers that accompany every military goodbye.
I just want to say that I love you, and I'm proud of you, what you do for me at home with everything. It's going to be a long 6 months and short 6 months in a sense.
In a horrifying war, an Iraqi soldier found himself having to say goodbye to his family through a video call. Far from home, he spoke to his mother, who had been his pillar of strength throughout his life. Their conversation was bittersweet, filled with reminiscing about better days, his friends who had fallen in battle, and the ever-present shadow of death. The soldier tried to comfort his mother, reassuring her that he was fine, even though both of them knew the dangers he faced were grave. This virtual goodbye, though devoid of physical touch, was no less powerful, as it highlighted the soldier's deep love for his family and his acceptance of the risks that came with his duty. In Ukraine, a soldier was preparing to leave for the front lines. Before departing, he shared an intense and emotional goodbye with his fiancée. The couple had planned to visit the registry office to get married before he left, hoping to solidify their bond in the face of looming danger. However, time was not on their side, and they could not complete their marriage. The hug they shared as they said goodbye was filled with all the emotions that words could not express: love, fear, hope, and despair. One of the hardest goodbyes is the one a soldier must say to his family before leaving for deployment. In this instance, a soldier was preparing to depart, his heart heavy with the knowledge that his absence would be felt deeply by his loved ones. As he packed his luggage, his little boy watched with wide, innocent eyes, not fully understanding why his father had to leave. The soldier carried the baby in his arms. The goodbye was a solemn one, filled with the quiet resignation that comes from knowing that some things are beyond control. The soldier's departure left a void that would be felt every day until his return. That's all for our today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, and subscribe for more such videos.